Welcome back, everybody. Back in 2017, local teacher John Dewitt had the run of his life at the Twin Cities Marathon. He was 7th overall in the top American, which qualified him to try out for the Tokyo Olympics. Those tryouts were in Atlanta recently.
And today we are thrilled to welcome John, a.k.a. Dewey. He goes by as well, the Morning Blend, to chat about his experiences. Thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're here.
That's great. So let's talk a little bit about how you began to run and sort of your history with running.
Yeah, so my mom and dad knew I was an energetic kid. They were like super pumped up. Like they're like, oh, we can get this kid doing some miles. Maybe he'll a little less gas in him.
Run around the house a few
Yeah, right,
times. Exactly.
So I joined a running club in like 4th, 5th, and 6th grade at McDill Elementary School in Stevens Point, and sure enough, I really enjoyed it. I did a couple races through them, and I'm kind of put a pause on it until high school.
Where's
there
this?
It is. Oh man, that's us. That's in Stevens
Look
Point,
at the wood
Wisconsin, at
panel
the Frostbite
car.
Run. Oh man, that's a classic.
Yep.
And so I'm just chugging ahead there, and then I let it go for a few years, and I picked it up back again in high school, and it's just really fun to be a part of.
And I appreciate your mom finding those Frostbite Run pictures. And we just had a group picture there because you're at Nathan Hale, and you're actually the head track coach, and you're an assistant for cross country.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. Our track and cross country teams are a lot of fun to be part of. Actually, the first day of track is today, so I'm really excited. Right now, I'm taking some time to be with you all, but then I'll be darting back to school. We'll teach a little bit and have some track practice. I'm really excited to get the season started.
Go back to then 2017 and this run in the Twin Cities. I was there at the Twin Cities Marathon
really? Awesome.
that year. I didn't get to see you. Yeah, 'cause you ran and my nephew ran. I didn't get to see you. They were way behind. However, let's talk a little bit about that run and why. Did you know going in that this was a qualifier and this was important for you? Was that the intention?
Absolutely, yeah. You want to qualify for the Olympic trials, you have to run under 2 hours and 19 minutes, which is about 5:18 pace per mile.
That's crazy, by the way. For anybody, I run just enough to know that that's unbelievable.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So for going into the race, we had run some training runs, and I'd run 2:17 before, so I was like confident going in that I could make it happen. And sure enough, in the early miles, things were clicking off really nicely. There was some doubt. Twin Cities, like from mile like 22 to 24, is really hilly, so like times really plummeted. And with 2 miles to go, I was in a position where it was like, all right, you need to make the decision to go now and go for it, or sit at home on Olympic trials day. And sure enough, I went for it and was able to come through in those last couple miles.
Wow,
which was really special.
Good for
The
you.
end of that marathon's beautiful too. When you kind of you come down right by the Capitol.
Okay.
I mean, it's really beautiful.
The downhill is really nice.
It's
2 miles
downhill
to
right
go.
at the end.
Oh my goodness, it was a fun time. The crowd was electric. It was really fun to be a part of.
That is neat. All right, then let's talk about the trials. How did it compare? How did things go for you? Walk us through that race.
Yeah, so I competed in 2016 in LA, and then 2020 was in Atlanta. And Atlanta did such a nice job putting on the race. The crowd was really pumped up. Everywhere you go was lined with people. Even before the race, it was spending time with all the other athletes. We all stayed in one hotel together. We had a lot of meals together. So just kind of talking through everyone.
A lot of pasta?
Yeah, a lot of pasta. A lot of stuff. You'd be surprised what runners eat. Even the morning before, they're putting down random things. Yeah, it's really strange. Everyone's got their own routine, and it's so different to see how everyone handles it. But really, just the race itself was a lot of fun. I was fortunate enough to have about 25 of my friends come down and watch the race.
Yeah,
and,
a lot of fans.
It was really fortunate. My mom and dad were there, and so when the miles got hard, definitely like knowing that they were there was really, really special and helped keep me going.
Was it real hot in Atlanta?
It was actually really nice. So back in 2016, it was like 80, 85 degrees, which was insanity.
In LA.
Yeah, in LA. And then in Atlanta here in 2020, it was actually really nice. It was like 45 degrees. All these people were sitting there shivering. I'm like, this is awesome. Like, this is great. And so it was pretty hilly and windy, which I wasn't super concerned about, but I think a lot of people let that get to them. And so it was really fun to be a part of. The weather was great.
The thing I want to ask you, because I ran just cross country in junior high, but I remember, and I've said this before.
Laugh a little bit?
Like, whatever.
It's great.
But I've said to Tiff before, every time I ran then, and I ran one marathon in San Diego, I remember every time I would run a long race, I would think, I'm never running again. This is awful.
Right.
And I always wonder especially at the pace that you're going in a marathon, and when you're running a marathon in 2 hours something, what are you thinking about? Like, what keeps you going? Because I feel like it's so much, I mean, stamina is one thing, but I think it's all heart.
Yeah, what are you listening to, too?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, so I'm a musical guy. All my kids know I quote lyrics a lot and stuff like that. I get random songs stuck in my head. Over 2 hours, you think about a lot of different things. It's to pinpoint one is really difficult. Definitely, though, like I said, when things get really hard, I think about the people that are there watching. I think about my students. I think about all the different reasons, all the time and energy that's gone into it. And like I said, in Twin Cities, it was like you literally have run 24 miles. It's 2 miles to go. Like you just have all these thoughts. You have to keep positive and continue to push those through your head. And yeah, there's just so much to think about. But the people are probably the biggest thing that keeps me moving when the going gets hard.
Yeah. That's cool. What will it be like for you to watch the Olympics this year?
It'll be cool. Yeah, like obviously, like it's really special. Like not making the Olympics is like you run and give it your best, but you got to be happy for the guys that made it and the girls.
How close were you?
I was a little bit off, so I was 90th place overall. Out of the 240 competitors, I was 90th place, which was really cool. They only take the top 3 to the Olympics. And
the top 3?
Yeah, so out of top 240, it was really just special to be in that race. And like I said, the competitors that made it, like Abdi is like 43 years old, which is incredible to make it. And as a 43-year-old, Molly Seidel's from Wisconsin, so that's really cool. We'll be excited to watch. Even though you didn't make it, you got to tip your cap to the people that did.
Absolutely.
Will you keep running?
Yeah, I think so. That's the plan. I love running. I love the community and culture that's built around it and just all the people. And so, yeah, I can't foresee myself. I'll take a little bit of time off just to kind of like reevaluate life and just think about things. But I see myself pursuing things in the future.
Yeah, so you think you might try it again?
I would like to. Nothing's guaranteed. I was fortunate enough to have it happen twice, but I would like to pursue it again if that's possible.
What do you eat? Do you eat the day of a race?
Yeah, I mean, the morning of is just like, you know, I like to have a sub or a bagel or something in the morning.
A sub or a bagel?
Yeah, I get up like 3 or 4 hours before the race, so like you put that down, and then you have these goos during the race. I'm sure you're familiar with the gels. And
yeah, because I'm such a runner.
It's all good, and we're all just doing our thing.
Doing that 400. I need some goos.
We have somebody here in our building who I won't call out, but I mentioned once I ran a marathon, she's like, you don't look like a runner to me. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah. This picture. Is that your mom, dad? Who is this?
Oh, yeah, that's my mom. Shout out Phil and John Dewitt. They're great people. I'm just so fortunate. And so I'm sure they're watching from home, and they're just really great people. And I'm fortunate to be raised by them, and it was really special having them at the finish line. My dad had that signed Dewey. It was kind of tall, so he was carrying it around, and he would raise it up, and like you could see it from anywhere on the course, and like
that's so cute.
It was really special. Right before the start of the race, I saw the sign actually, and we were kind of walking out. There's like thousands of people, right? And so like, but I see the Dewey sign sticking up, so I just kind of jog over to the side, and all I yelled was, "Dad!" And he looked over, and I said, "I love you." And then I ran to the start because, I mean, it was just a special moment to get to see them one last time before the race started.
So awesome. Good for you. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it. It was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much.